What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna take a look at some NiceCNC parts that I'm gonna be installing to the R1250GS. I've been waiting for this for quite a while because I guess the shipping and not all the parts were available. So I kind of wanted to do everything all at once. So I don't want to kind of do a piecemeal video. So these are several parts that arrived. So let's just open them up one by one. So this one here is from NiceCNC. This is for the final drive. It's a protector for the final drive. As you can see here, it's pretty good. I've never seen a part like this for the R1250GS actually, but it's quite useful, and I think it's a nifty idea to protect the final drive because it's exposed out there. So if you're going off road, I'm sure rocks could hit it, but I've never seen one actually. So this is the first time I've seen one of these. So also there's no instructions. That's kind of like, I would say, a downside, but the way they built the parts is very easy to kind of put together. You can kind of just tell how they go together. This one here, I believe, pedals. So wider foot pegs, off-road pedals. You can see here, much more grip. Very nicely made. This one's pretty straightforward. It's just a pin and a C-clip on the bike. Which one's this one? This one is several parts. So this one is like really nice quality. This is the shift lever. Instead of a rubber piece, you have a knurled kind of CNC machined piece here for the toe. But look at the whole piece is just super nice quality. I'll have a link for all this in the description. Also the main website. Usually they have discounts for this, but I have a discount code for you guys if you guys want to use it. These are kind of plastic sliders for the crash bars. So I have not used one of these before. I'm kind of curious how it fits on the crash bar and how it looks. I know it's like, I don't know if it's kind of is it really useful, or but I'm gonna rock it and see how it works. If eventually if I do drop it, but I think it's one extra layer of protection for when you drop your GSA, I guess. But we'll give it a shot. This one here is this one's kind of like a cosmetic thing. So this is a key case. So it kind of covers your key with like a carbon fiber weave type CNC material. So let's see how well this fits. It's kind of cool. And protects the key and all that stuff. I'm not sure if this affects like signal or anything like that of the key, but I don't think so. So let's see how this one goes through. So I'm gonna install all this in one video just to give you guys a see. This one's one of those things too. This one's like kind of like my main thing. Like I kind of want to change the levers on the GSA. This is a shorty CNC lever from NiceCNC, of course. And I've not changed levers on my GSAs before, so hopefully it's not too difficult. And it's a plunger style because it's hydraulic, so hopefully it's not like complicated. I think you just kind of pull it out, the old one, and then you push this in. I think that's how I remember how those hydraulics work. So we're gonna go outside, see how well these all fit, and if it's good, I'll let you guys know. Alright guys, so we're gonna get started on the pegs. Here's the stock foot peg. This is what it looks like, removed. It's very easy. It's just a pin and a C-clip. A pin goes through here, through that part there, and there's a C-clip. Holds everything together. The C-clip looks like this. I actually have a lot of spares for these just in case, because they kind of get bent out of shape and then they don't work very well anymore, but very easy to get. And the comparison is, here's the aftermarket. It's NiceCNC. It doesn't have much of like shapes around here. So what I'm trying to figure out is if I'm putting the spring properly, because that's kind of how it rests right here. So there's this part here supposed to go into this hole here on the frame. So I think this is how it's supposed to work, so that it has a tension. So I'm just gonna try to put it on there. It's very straightforward. It's just that there's some vagueness to it a little bit. So let's just take a look. Okay, so it went in there, but since there's no stopper, the peg goes all the way to the body of the bike. I'm not really sure I like that. I'm not really sure I can say that I like that, because you see this one has a stopper, so once it bends, it stops at the mount here. So I might give that feedback back to NiceCNC that they should add a little bit more of a structure at the mount here. So I'll let them know. Otherwise, this is a really solid peg. Like, look at how much the size difference is. So as you can see there, also you have more clearance because it's tapered at the end. It's just, I wish the mount, they spent more time on the mount so that it's it has a stopper, because it's gonna hit. So if you drop the bike, it's gonna hit this for sure, and maybe even damage it. Yeah, it's touching. So that's a feedback, honest feedback. So there it is. We're gonna see how the shift lever comes apart. I'm trying to record. I'm gonna try to see how much the lever angle is so that I don't mess it up. But I'm gonna remove this for now so I have access, more of an access to the bolt behind here. So let's see how that one looks like. So for the shift lever, I'm gonna try to use a T60. I think it's a T60, and see how it comes off. Do I need to hold the other end? Oh, never mind, I don't. So it just came off. I gotta make sure I torque that properly, but it just kind of came off. So that's a T60. Let's see if it's easy to just replace. I don't want to move the angle. I don't want to change the angle of the shift lever. I kind of like it where it is, so hopefully I don't have to. So that one came off kind of too easy. So in the back, it's another Torx. I didn't have to hold it. And just kind of pushes out. Can I just unscrew it from here? Maybe I could with a wrench. Let's try that. Okay, so with the 11mm wrench, you can kind of spin this nut out of the way right there. So hopefully I can just remove this and put the new one on. I'm just gonna tighten this as best I can. As you can see here, this is the stock one. I'm gonna copy where the toe distance is, because I like how this is set up. I just prefer the NiceCNC look to it. So here's the difference. It's essentially the same shape, it's just a little bit more cooler design. So I guess I'm gonna have to move this a little bit inward just to match the distance of this. So I guess it has room for bigger boots, but for my shoe and my current boot, this is fine. Let's go to see if we can change it. So it's just the an Allen here, and you have a lock nut down here. So you loosen this one, it should slide. Okay, so from my eyeballing, it seems like the toe is like at the very inward location. So it looks like that. So if anything, it's easy because you can just take an Allen key into here and adjust it. So for now, we're gonna tighten it at this side, and then put everything back together, and then put the pegs on, and we'll move on to the next one. I'm gonna look up the torque values for this, but I think by the looks of it, it shouldn't be too much. I think it's the way it loosened. I don't think that was intentional from the factory. I think that was intentional from the factory, that the way it loosened so easily. I think that's just by design. So I think I'm not gonna over torque it based on what it felt like. That felt like 20 foot-pounds. So I'm just gonna hand tighten it for now, and then verify it later. Let's see if we're able to tighten it. I'm gonna verify it later, but for now, that looks great. So I'm not sure if I want to rock this, but that's what it looks like together. I wish there was a stopper there so that, but that's what it's gonna look like. I put the pin on, and I mean, it looks pretty damn good. It looks so beefy. like I said, I'm gonna provide feedback to NiceCNC about that portion. It really needs this stopper, because if this goes, and also the way that it's not providing that much kind of resistant, like spring pressure, it's kind of floppy like this. So this is the point of this video is, you know, they send me the product to review. I'm gonna give them honest feedback, and I hope they spent an extra machining to create these grooves here for the spring. This is what creates the spring tension. So this one doesn't have any. It's just bare. So that's just how it is. Either provide a if they don't want to create this machine part here, at least provide a different shaped spring so that it creates more tension than the stock spring, because the stock spring, it's designed for something like this. It's not designed for something like this. So, you know, either or, whatever's cost effective for them, I'm gonna provide the feedback. So let's move on to the handlebars and change those controls. So for this part of the handlebars, we're gonna remove just the cover here. So unfortunately, I don't know if I can get away with just removing this part, because you have to remove this bar end bolt just to get this whole plastic off. So we'll see if removing just this front piece is enough. All right, so I was able to remove the mirror using a 14 millimeter wrench, and it spins out of the way. Now we have access to the Torx bolt there. Let me move the camera a little bit more. I'm gonna see. I'll just hold the nut underneath. I think that's a very small one. So let's see. Okay, so the plunger just pulls out. There's a rubber. Yeah, as expected. It's just a plunger, so it just kind of pull straight out. You can see there. It's the same design. So all I have to do is make sure I push it back in to the boot, and the boot is locked into the notch. You see here? There's a notch where the boot's supposed to sit. So just make sure it goes back there. So we have the NiceCNC clutch piece here. This piece is adjustable. Keep that in mind. I'm gonna make sure to see if what the distance difference is on this. So both of them are adjustable. So I'm just gonna copy the distance, I guess, roughly with my eyes. So I'm gonna put this on now and see how it feels. As you can see there, it plunges in. There's no way for me to really find out, like really check if the boot is seated in the notch other than just hoping. So I'm just gonna have to do a test drive and see if it actually actuates it. But it feels like it is in there. So I'm just gonna put that in there for now. At least we know how to adjust it. So you have some adjustments. Let me see what these adjust. So spinning it this way gives you some adjustability. Not much. Enough. It's enough. So 1, 2, 3. 3 adjustments. 1, 2, 3. So this is the closest. Let me see if I can feel that. 2 fingers. I guess you can work it with 1 finger. 1, 2, 3. I guess that's about right. Supposed to be when you reach in, it's supposed to be between this part of your finger. So 1, 2, 3. That's the farthest. I guess I have very long fingers. Boom, 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 boom. Downshift, downshift. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I think I'll rock it this way for now. There's no way for me to see the boot unless I remove this whole reservoir and like, I don't know, but I think it's in there. I'll go for a test ride. I'm gonna do the other side, but it's almost similar. But I'll still show it to you guys anyway. Okay, same with the other side. You have an 8 on the bottom. All right, so finally able to pull out the bolt, and we pulled this out. Yep, same thing. We're gonna measure the difference, and let's see. Okay, so the brake is in. Before I move any further, I want to test this because I just want to make sure the brakes at least is working. And the clutch, I'm gonna start it, ride it around for a little bit, and then we're gonna finalize this thing. But I want to make sure the controls at least work. Okay, so both levers are installed. I did a lot of like checking here and there, adjustments and things like that off camera, just to, you know, not to make this really long. What I want to note is that when you're working on this side, there is a rubber boot, right? That rubber boot is it creates a seal into the master master cylinder here, the brake master cylinder, and you got to keep in mind that you don't, when you pull out of this, don't pull the boot with it. I checked when I pulled the original lever out that the boot where it's resting on the master cylinder, it's a little bit pulled out, so I had to work putting the boot back in. That's the only thing stopping the fluid from leaking out of the master cylinder. So good thing I didn't. I made sure that it didn't leak. So other than that, I think that's the only thing to note. It's easy, but it's just, you know, if you're not used to working on these things, just keep in mind there's a seal here, and that's just it, you know, you might end up, when you pull it, you might end up loosening it. Other than that, we're gonna move on to, so we have the pegs, we have the shift lever, both sides. So I took a test ride the way, you know, with all this stuff. Like I said, the tension on the spring is so weak with this peg, so it's like flopping around, and it's just not, I don't recommend it. So I think with my feedback, NiceCNC will make adjustments. They always open to feedback. The lever is great, so this one is awesome off the bat. So what's next is we're gonna look at the final drive right here and see if how the protector goes on it. So it's supposed to go like this. You see this bolt? I think it's the back bolt right there. I think that back bolt is supposed to go like that. So it's supposed to protect it this way. So it has so it's hard to show you guys, but under here there is a hole. There is an attachment on this bracket that kind of hooks into here. I just want to see how it all kind of goes together. Whether I'll rock it or not, you know, I'm not sure. But for now, I'm gonna just test fit it, see how it looks, see if it's something that that you guys like. You know, that's what I'm here for, just to test things out. It includes some foam, so that I guess because the surface might touch the bottom piece here of the final drive, so I guess you put the foam in this areas here so that it protects it from hitting. So we'll just put it together. It comes with some pieces that need to be put together, so I'll cut to that when I assemble the whole thing. Alright guys, so I've assembled it. The way it works is it's so simple. There is that hole in the bottom. So that hole in the bottom, you kind of hook this into there. So it kind of rests in there. And then you kind of, from eyeballing it, I think it's these surfaces here. And the one that's right here. There's 3 strips of foam. I'm going to put it right here, and kind of curved it right here. That protects maybe, so this edge here, the bottom here, and some edge, this portion here. If it ever, it's not touching the way it's mounted, it's not touching, but I think they put that there so that in case it does, it protects it a little bit. So that's kind of the point of it. I don't think it's meant to break or to bend. It's a very beefy part. I don't know. I've never seen a part like this before, so, and I can't really crash test it, you know, if I want to. But if this is something that you think will work for you, this is basically, you know, I'm showing it to you now. That's what it looks like. It's mounted here. I'm gonna mount it just to see what it really looks like. Okay, so here it is mounted. I think it's pretty cool. I think it looks pretty cool. So it's mounted on that back screw there, and the two hooks are screwed in. It even leaves room for this notch from the final drive right here. Even has a cutout for that. It sits right there, very flush and nice. I put the foam in to where I think it may touch, and it's not touching anywhere. As you can see on the seams here, it's not touching. There's a gap. There's a gap. There's a gap. There is a gap. Really, really close, but there is a gap, and there's a foam. That foam is the one that's like touching right there. So this one that's the foam. It's hard to see, but that's the foam. So would you rock this? I don't know, it's up to you. I'm here to just test things out because I saw this from their site, and I'm like, oh, let me give that a shot and see what it looks like on bike, and you know how it mounts and everything like that. But it's a cool idea, I think. Basically, this is pretty vulnerable off-roading if you actually hit this with a rock. So we have just a little accessories now. It's a keychain, key case, and we have the crash protection for the bars here. So I'm gonna open this up, see what it looks like. Okay, so the crash bar slider is what I call it. Comes with two sets of inserts. As you can see here, you kind of just measure. I guess it's a universal thing. It's not specifically for GSAs, but if you just measure, you know, your crash bar and see which one fits, you put that in the slider like this. No, not that. Yeah, this one, and put it on. There's just like a sandwich, so you just put it on the other side as well. Oops. What fell was the nut. Okay, so once you put the inserts in, you put the nut on the slots here, and you kind of juggle it though, because so that's how it looks like when it's all tightened. There is also a sticker that they give you that goes right here that you can put on. So I think it's pretty cool. You can move it. I think I would like position it right here. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's low profile. It's enough to at least, if you crash it, it doesn't fully land on here. But in terms of coverage, you know, I mean, it's minimal. You can still hit this part, that part, but at least one added protection. Super lightweight, it's plastic. It's also replaceable. So if this is something that you're interested in, you know, you can check out NiceCNC and buy yourself a set. There's a discount code and everything for all these parts. I think it's pretty cool. You can buy more of these and attach them to different parts of the crash bar, you know, the upper one, lower one. You can add more. Actually, I'm kind of looking forward to this one. It's kind of cool. This just to protect your key and, you know, make it a little bit more nicer looking. So let's go check that out. Open the package. Okay, so let's clear this area. I have my key here, and this is the shell. As you can see here, it's a CNC machine part. It's not plastic or anything. It's just nice. It's very nice. It's held on. You have to screw it, kind of the shell into here, like this. Let's see how it feels. So to give you a tool, because it's a very small screw. Let's see. Let's just open this up. Okay, it's open, and then it slots in this way. You still have access to your key, the key switchblade. Let's see, I'm gonna put it on. That's what it looks like in the front. Make sure to not lose the very thin screw. Let me see here. I think it's going on this side. I'm gonna put that on just so I don't lose it. All right, so I just tightened that part. I don't think this other one needs a screw. It's just held on by one screw, and the switchblade still works. I'm gonna rock this. I want to test for you guys to see if it affects signal in any way, because it is metal. You never know, you're right. So I'm gonna test this for you guys, you know, day to day. I can't find out like immediately if it doesn't work, because I mean, it depends on scenarios. Sometimes I go to a location where my key signal is not as strong. I don't know why that is, but on some locations it's strong. In my house it's fine, but like sometimes I go to like the gas station and my signal there somehow is getting jammed or something. So I'm gonna have to, this is a long-term test, but in case you guys want to see, if you guys know more about signals and materials, if it affects anything, then that's, you know, that's your knowledge. But for me, I'm not an expert on that, but it feels really great in terms of build quality and feel. Actually, the key is feels more substantial now. It also comes with this keychain, so a key ring. So not just, let me see how I can open this. So it comes with this key ring that you can put, I guess, in this slot right here. So that's probably what that's for. It gives you, they give you a tool also to open it. So let's open it now. Okay, so once it's open, I guess it goes into here. It looks really good. Okay, hold on. So this one goes in there. This one goes in here. And I think I'm definitely gonna rock this. This one's a good one. I love this one. Just it makes the key more substantial feeling and just more premium feel. Sorry, I'm moving away from the camera here, but that's the full assembly. It's easier to, you know, kind of put your, you know, put this with anything. It's just, it feels great. It just feels great. Like this feels premium right here. So it's like you put a key ring, like this is a carabiner right here, so you can kind of hook into other things. I have a key ring for my top case here, so I'm just gonna probably do this. I know it's, you know, it's a lot, but like, so it's just, I don't know, I like it. So look at that. That's my thing now. So I'm gonna rock it like this. I like it. So other than that, that's everything on the bike. Hopefully this was a little bit of informative. Here's the shorty levers, those foot controls, the final drive protection there, and crash sliders, and that one I'm 50-50 about, so we'll see if I'm gonna keep it on the bike or not. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I will make sure to put a link on in the video for this all these items here and my discount code. But usually NiceCNC has promotions going on, which does better than my discount code. But either way, I'm gonna put my discount code there. My discount code usually is 11% off, but sometimes they beat that with their own codes. So if they don't have one, use mine. If they do, then just use theirs. So all right, once again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.